My family, now Prince Harry and Meghan have released a report called the Equimundo Report on the state of the world's fathers 3 days ago. Now, my family, here is what that report said on their ARCHIE website. And I quote, Equimundo, an organization working internationally to engage men and boys as allies in gender equality, has released the State of the World's Fathers 2023 report. They conducted research across 17 countries and surveyed thousands of men and women. And the 2023 data shows that men are increasingly involved in caregiving and would like to increase their care work at home, although deeply ingrained social norms and a lack of supportive policies and power structures discourage them from doing so. The report recognizes care work as the bedrock of society and calls for continued advancements towards gender equality. It also emphasizes the need for media representation that normalizes men caregiving roles. And the ARCHIE Foundation is proud to have supported this report, as well as Equimundo's continued work to promote gender equality around the globe. That's what the ARCHIE website read, my family, on the Equimundo report on the state of the world's fathers. Now, my family, there are some carnival of so-called experts who are always going to be outraged in anything that Harry and Meghan do. Anything. And this time, it's carnival of so-called expert Angela Levin on Twitter, who went to vent her frustration at this report. And here is what she said. You must be joking. Harry and Meghan are praising the role of father in their archwell.com. Have they not spoken to them for so long, they've forgotten they have one each? And my family, here is what I have to say. Both Harry and Meghan come from broken families. Prince Harry has been raised by a dysfunctional family for a very, very long time. Harry has been part of a dysfunctional family for a very long time. Years ago, Meghan's mom, Doria, divorced that sperm donor, Thomas Markle. Years ago, when Meghan was just so young. And my family, Thomas Markle was paid by UK tabloids to turn on his own daughter, Meghan. And my family, as I've always said, Meghan owes nothing to her abusers. She owes nothing to her abusers, my family. And once again, based on what Angela Levin is saying, once again, she is passing the blame for Harry and Meghan not speaking to their fathers on Harry and Meghan. And yet, it ain't Harry and Meghan's fault. I mean, what did I say just a few days ago? I said, one thing about tabloids is that they do wrong to others and then blame the victims that they have targeted on what they have done. Everyone by now knows that the business model of the UK tabloid press depends on members of the royal family being constantly in conflict. My family. And that's why they would pay Thomas Markle to create some drama That way, they can be able to profit off of that drama. And then relationships end up being destroyed. And who do they blame? Meghan. Never themselves. They never ever blame themselves for what they have done. They always blame others for their own actions. My family. My family, someone posted a clip, once again, of Thomas Markle on what the guy said, my family. Just basically, the guy sold out his own daughter for 30 pieces of silver. I mean, everybody by now knows what Thomas Markle did. But somehow, some way, it's Meghan's fault that she does not speak with Thomas Markle. Somehow it's Meghan's fault. Somehow it's Harry's fault that Harry does not speak with his father, Charles. But it is never Charles' fault. It is never ever Thomas Markle's fault. It's always Harry and Meghan. My family, one thing that disgusts me so much is that tabloids in the UK, they do something wrong and then they blame people they have targeted for destroying relationships with family. Because Thomas Markle goes on GB News and he gets paid to abuse and attack Meghan. Samantha Markle, the same thing. She gets paid. My family. I've even seen that on Twitter, Samantha has been defending Dan Wootton, someone accused of rape, someone accused of catfishing sexual images for cash. My family, from young men, Samantha has been defending him because clearly he needs him for a paycheck. He needs Dan Wootton to invite her there on GB News for interviews to attack Meghan so Samantha can earn a paycheck. My family. And that's why he is defending Dan Wootton, my family. And my family, Meghan owes her abusers nothing. My family, I want you to see a clip of what Thomas Markle said on an interview on Sunrise TV that normally abuses Meghan, my family, which was deleted from Sunrise TV, but not before members of this amazing family, took some receipts of what Thomas Markle said. My family, I want you to be able to look at this. Thomas Markle's very own words, my family.
Anyone from the palace? Do you have any way to contact her or anyone from the palace?
I do not have Meghan's phone number. The last phone number I had was Jason Knopf. I don't know if I still have that or not, but he was my only real connection to anyone there.
Do you have any way to contact her or anyone from the palace?
I do not have Meghan's phone number. The last phone number I had was Jason Knopf. I don't know if I still have that or not, but he was my only real connection to anyone there.
My family, you've heard, first of all, what Thomas Markle has said himself, what he said. And this interview was deleted from Sunrise TV, my family. And my family, Prince Harry and Meghan told Thomas, do not speak with the press. Do not speak with them. These people don't mean you well. Harry and Meghan told him that. They told Thomas Markle that these people don't mean you well. But Thomas never listens. He never ever listens. He only sees the paycheck that's coming from them, people who abuse his own daughter. And those are the people he chooses to work with. My family, because clearly he has said his contact at the palace was always Jason North, Prince William's comms guy, my family. The same person who issued a statement against Meghan in court. Now, my family, right now, I'm just recalling that excerpt from Harry's memoir spare, where he said that a member of staff was sabotaging Meghan, a member of staff. But those were always William's people. They were always Prince William's people. My family, they were the ones who were sabotaging Meghan, my family. You know, Harry thought that William knew nothing about it, but William knew everything about what they were doing. And those were the people who Thomas was talking to. And you are telling me that Jason North never ever told Thomas Markle, don't do these interviews. Is that what you are telling me? My family? You are telling me he never ever told Thomas Markle not to do these interviews. In my opinion, he told him to continue. In my opinion, he told him to continue doing them because my family, they wanted him to attack Meghan as many times as possible. They wanted Thomas Markle to attack Meghan as many times as possible. Even in Harry's memoir spare, we learned that Jason North was the one who called Harry and Meghan to tell Harry and Meghan that Thomas Markle had given Daily Mail the letter that Meghan had sent to Thomas Markle. That's what we learned, and it's always Jason North, William's man, who's briefing Harry and Meghan on this stuff, my family. It's Jason North and Prince William who called Harry and Meghan to tell them that a media outlet had found out that Harry was dating Meghan. William and Jason North. As we learned that in the Harry and Meghan docu-series. It is always those two. William and Jason North, my family. Harry thought it was just staff who was sabotaging Meghan. My family, it wasn't just staff. Staff, they act with the consent of their boss, of their principal. My family. And those staff who are sabotaging Meghan were William's people. And everybody knows that for a fact. And Thomas Markle was working with Jason North, Prince William's guy, that William gave him permission to issue a statement against Meghan in court, to get Meghan attacked, bullied, insulted. They wanted to destroy Meghan's reputation. Guess what? They failed. Meghan won her case against Daily Mail, even though Daily Mail had the full support of even Prince William himself. Meghan still won her case. But my family, what people can never ever forget is the role that William had, my family, the role he played in trying to assist a tabloid to win its court case against Meghan. My family. And also, they knew that publishing Meghan's letter was illegal, and they did it anyway. William also knew that. Still, he was helping a tabloid in a court case that Meghan had against Daily Mail. The same court case that we learned Meghan had so much stress that she suffered a miscarriage, my family. That Harry and Meghan lost a child. My family, Harry and Meghan don't owe Thomas Markle anything. Harry owes nothing to Charles. Nothing. And honestly, Prince Harry has been far, far more respectful to Charles than Charles has ever been towards him and Meghan. And Meghan herself owes Charles nothing as well, my family. Charles, don't forget, called Harry, telling him, Harry, don't bring Meghan to Balmoral, while saying insulting things about Meghan, my family, while saying insulting, demeaning things about Meghan. To which Harry had to tell Charles, don't ever speak about my wife that way. So, are those the people that Meghan, owes something to? Or Harry owes something to? My family, Harry and Meghan don't owe a single thing to their toxic, failed fathers. They owe nothing to them. My family, I'll also show you one other clip as well, which Thomas Markle also said something else about his own actions. And the media will never ever talk about this. Sunrise deleted this interview because it did not fit their narrative in their attacks of Meghan. My family, please kindly also look at this, please.
And and of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding. I was just part of it, basically. And of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding. I was just part of it, basically.
The whole thing was a plan to mess up the wedding, Meghan's wedding with Prince Harry. My family, don't forget, Prince William was opposed to Harry's marriage to Meghan. He could not stand seeing that Harry had found the love of his life. William could not stand seeing his own brother happy. He could not stand seeing how the public was so interested in Harry when he wants the spotlight for himself. When William wants the spotlight on him, not on Harry, not on Meghan, he wants it on himself. My family. And sadly, you just had someone who calls himself Meghan's father, Meghan's dad, Thomas Markle. I call him just the sperm donor, my family, because a father does not do what he did. Except that he himself was part of a plot to stop his own daughter's wedding. For how much? For how much would you ruin your own child's happiness? How much? What's the price that you'd, be able to accept from anyone to ruin your own child's happiness? And the media will never ever show you this. Sunrise removed that interview because it did not fit their agenda, of this hate campaign towards Harry and Meghan, of demonizing Meghan. That interview proved that Meghan is right to want nothing to do with Thomas Markle. And my family, when you hear those carnival or so-called experts interviewing Thomas Markle, they want a scoop, they want something. They want to know if he has access to Meghan. And the media wants to destroy Meghan's life. So my family, why should Harry and Meghan allow people inside of their lives, people who clearly are working with media outlets who want to destroy Harry and Meghan's happiness so that they can be able to write a story that gets them so many clicks to profit off of Harry's misery or unhappiness? My family. In my family, the best thing that Meghan ever did was completely cut Thomas Markle off. Harry's memoir, in the Harry and Meghan docu-series, you can see the lengths that Harry went to try and help Thomas Markle. You can see the lengths. The text messages are there in the Harry and Meghan docu-series. You know, Thomas Markle has always thought that just because of those paparazzi pictures, Meghan won't speak to him because of that mistake. But he's wrong. He is very, very wrong. Very wrong. 100% wrong. It's not just because of that. As a matter of fact, Meghan and Harry forgave him for that and told him, don't speak to anyone else. He refused. He refused. My family, he refused. He continued speaking with people who want to destroy his daughter's wedding. My family. A Daily Mail columnist, her name is Caroline Graham, was dispatched to live right next to Thomas Markle. My family. You know? And Thomas Markle handed the letter that Meghan had sent him to Daily Mail. And they published that letter, knowing it was illegal. My family. So my family, Meghan has done the right thing of maintaining her distance from someone like Thomas Markle. And Harry is a good man. Harry is a good father. So yeah, he deserves to celebrate other fathers. He deserves to mark Father's Day because he's a good father. And that's why, my family, royal experts get so angry when they learn that right after King Charles' coronation, Harry went straight back home to California. Harry is such a good father that royal experts want to destroy his marriage to Meghan. They get so angry every time Harry goes back home to California. Harry is such a good father that royal experts in the UK get so angry upon learning that Harry won't come to court on day one because he's attending his daughter's birthday. And they rage about it. They're like, why couldn't Harry postpone his daughter's birthday, my family? That should never ever remember it. Well, my family, kids never forget. And Harry and Meghan are good parents. They want to mark their children's birthday on the same day that is their children's birthday. Not postponing their children's birthday like what tabloids would want them to do. You know? Like what tabloids would want them to do, my family. Harry is such a good father that every time you see people want to destroy him, want to destroy Archie and Lily's life, my family, by constantly trying to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage, they get so angry because Harry always shows his wife and kids will always be his priority. My family. So my family, Harry has every right to celebrate Father's Day. And so does Meghan. Because they are the perfect examples of what good parents should be like. My family. And when it comes to Charles himself, my family, Harry owes him nothing. What kind of father, when his own son is being stripped of security, is left unsafe, He refuses to take his own son's phone call, knowing what's happening to his son. So my family, Harry owes that man nothing. Even by Harry going to King Charles' coronation, Harry was showing that he's more of, a good man than Charles is. If it were me, I'd skip it. But I'm not Harry. Harry is a good man. Harry is a better man. Harry is a good son, clearly, and also a good father. When Charles was about to marry Camilla, what was Harry afraid of? He was afraid of not seeing Charles more oftenly. That was what he feared. So my family, Harry is a good son. But you can't say the same thing about Charles. You can't say the same thing about him, my family. What kind of father, when Harry is pleading with him, saying, Pa, you told me you loved Meghan. You told me you loved her, Pa. Why are you not right now helping us, condemning this abuse, Pa? Harry said in his memoir spare, when he would end his call with Charles, Pa, he felt abandoned. So my family, is Prince Harry not supposed to mark Father's Day or the state of the world's fathers based on this report from Equimundo because Charles is a failed father? My family, no. No, 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 and no. Prince Harry is a good father. And he is a good man. And he has every right in the world to mark Father's Day. And to speak about this report, the state of the world's fathers, and mark it, my family, because he is a good father himself. I even recall in the podcast archetypes, Meghan was asked if Harry, helps out. And Meghan said, yes, he does, Harry helps Meghan with the kids. Harry helps Meghan with the kids. Meghan told us that, my family. Meghan wakes up, she makes breakfast for her son, gets up with Lily, makes breakfast for her family because Meghan said she loves making breakfast for her family. It's very important to her to make breakfast for her family. And so she does, my family. So my family, and Harry helps with the kids because he's a good father, he's a good man. So my family, he has every right in the world to enjoy Father's Day. Every right in the world to sponsor this report by Equimundo, my family, on the state of the world's father. They have every right. My family. Prince Harry is a good father. And my family, I also love even Harry's own words, what Harry said. If you have gone through suffering as a parent, it's your job to ensure your child does not go through the same thing. That man, my family, now that is a real father. And Archie and Lilibet are blessed having a good father like Prince Harry. They are blessed. My family, they are blessed that Harry ain't like Charles. They are blessed because of that, my family. And my family, so to Angela Levin, this carnival also collects for. Look, Angela, if you don't like Harry and Meghan, stop talking about them. Focus on Camilla, Charles, Camilla. Don't go on the Artwell website to stalk Harry and Meghan. What they're doing, the reports they're releasing. Stop, my family. And once again, if Harry and Meghan have anything to say, they speak through their Artwell website. If they have anything to say, their spokesperson says anything. If Harry and Meghan have any message to send. That's how they speak, my family. But they do not speak through sources, my family. I think it's important that I just kindly say that. My family, I believe that I've said enough kindly. Now, tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed, my family. I like to hear your opinion, my family. I like to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed. Harry and Meghan don't owe their abusive fathers anything, but my family, Harry and Meghan are just the best. They are the best, really, my family. Harry would go to King Charles' coronation despite everything that he has done because he loves his father. You know, my family. Harry's a good man. He's a better man. You know, and Meghan, after what she suffered, she has the right now to speak to Thomas Markle. My family. After what Meghan even learned of what Charles said, my family, it's no surprise as to why Meghan did not go to King Charles' coronation. She owes nothing to her abusers. Nothing to her abusers, my family. And my family, I love and admire Prince Harry and Meghan because they are good parents. They are great parents, my family, to their kids. Great parents. And that's why even tabloids are so angry. Because Harry and Meghan are good parents. No parents who would give them photos of their kids to get some good press. My family. I recall even what Meghan said in the Can magazine article. Why would I give a photo of my son to people who call him the N-word rather than giving a photo to people who actually love him? My family. Meghan said that in the Can magazine cover. I recall Meghan's very own words. It's a good mother, a good parent, my family. And I'm happy that Archie and Lilibet are being raised by amazing parents in California, far away from the toxic British tabloids, my family. Far out from the toxic British tabloids, my family. I'm very, very happy about that. So my family, tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed. I like to please hear your opinion, my family. But Harry and Meghan don't owe their abusive fathers anything. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hate never wins, love wins, and choose love, not hate. And also, you are doing the right thing by distancing yourself from toxic people. And if you are not raised well by your father or mother, the onus is on you to be different, to be a different kind of parent, to be an amazing parent like who Harry is, like Meghan is. An amazing parent who puts their children first. And by doing that, you even anger tabloids because you put your kids first. Be that kind of parent. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.